to the straight, to the winning line in the Racing Post Arkle, and wins the hard into the line. Duvan wins it, sizing John in second, Fox Norton.
From Cloudy Dream, it's hardly been a cakewalk, but Altior will follow up last year's win in the Supreme by winning this year's Arkle. Altior scored.
Closing stages, foot sure, foot perfect at the last, and a sparkling win in the Arkle for Footpad and Ruby Walsh, passing the post.
It's a great race for the places, but it was an easy victory. Duke de Janeiro for Willie Mullins, and Paul Townend has won the Racing Post Arkle. Also none will be
Fakir Dudery is still closing, but Put the Kettle On is plucky, and she simply will not be denied. And it's the mare Put the Kettle On who takes the Racing Post Arkle.
Shishkin, easy as he likes. He's hard on the bridle here with Nico de Boinville. Shishkin has won the Sporting Life Arkle in magnificent style. Eldorado Allen.
Beginning to power clear of Gavin Arco and Blue Lord. It's Alan King and Tom Cannon in the Arkle. Edward Stone wins. Staying on powerfully. John Bond isn't getting any closer, and in the matchup between the two, it's El Fabiolo who wins the Arkle. In the bearing Bingham, first in the Arkle, bided his time. Paul Townend pounced up the run in and puts them to the sword.
Up towards the line in March for the inside only by night. Django Bay has come through to snatch it.
That's a very difficult question to answer, but we're going to try and enlighten you in this episode. First of all, we'll go through the race stats, then we'll go through the main protagonist and their stats, and then we'll go to my prediction for the race at the end of the episode. Before we kick it off, I do have to say, gamble responsibly. Only put the money on that you can afford to lose. I do have to say this because Rodders doesn't want to get sued in the new year. They might only get a Twix out of me, but that was my fucking Twix. I get the feeling that YouTube might not take too kindly to the last profanity that I just used there, but it's the last video of 2025, so fuck them. Now, the On the Bridle behind the scenes team have been squirreling away trying to find the stats for the Arkle, and I'm glad to say they have done a brilliant job. So let's get down to them. 12 out of 12 winners had previous hurdles form, having run at least 4 times over hurdles. 10 out of 12 having won at least 2 times over hurdles. 10 out of 12 winners had one previous win at Grade 1 company or Grade 2 company. 11 of the last 12 winners were aged 6 or 7. 8 of the last 12 winners were the favourites. But 10 out of the last 12 winners were in the top 3 in the betting. 10 out of 12 won their last race before the Arkle, and also 10 out of 12 run within 51 days of the Arkle. Also, 4 of them ran in the Irish Arkle, and all 4 of them won the English Arkle. 10 out of 12 had one previous run at Cheltenham, but 5 out of 12 had one previous win. 9 out of 12 had 5 previous runs between 15 furlongs and 17 furlongs, but 10 out of 12 had at least 2 wins between 15 furlongs and 17 furlongs. 11 out of 12 winners had at least 2 previous chase runs to their name. 9 out of the last 12 winners were rated at 153 or higher. And lastly, 9 out of 12 had at least 2 wins in that season. So how do these stats translate across to the main protagonists of this race? Our first contender is July Flower. She cost an awful lot of money when she was bought from France. But let's not forget, Henry de Bromhead did win this race with Put the Kettle On, and it would be no shock if she turned up at Cheltenham in March and put in a cracking display.
Nod in second, Burdett Rowe back in third. July Flower, be aware, is battling on in second place. It's July Flower by a length and a half, by a length and 3/4. July Flower driven right out by Darragh O'Keefe, and July Flower wins.
So what are July Flower's positive stats? She will be 7 at Cheltenham. She will have course and distance form, having won this race. She will have 3 wins over hurdles, and that's crucial, and 2 previous chase runs. Now let's flip the script and see what her negative stats are. She has had only 1 run at between 15 furlongs and 17 furlongs. She's rated below 153. Won't be in the top 3 in the market, but this does come with a caveat that Romeo Coolio actually runs in the Arkle. So on to Romeo Coolio. This horse has improved massively for a step up and trip. He was never ever going to be in the podiums for the 2-mile division, and this has been borne out a little bit by Gordon Elliott's comments saying he's a little reluctant to send him to the Arkle.
Novice Chase Grade 1. In the lead is Romeo Coolio from Gold Dancer into second, then Captain Cody, Old Man Dingle can't stick with them, and then Raffles Dolce Vita, but it's Romeo Coolio travelling to the final fence under Jack Kennedy, and they're over from Gold Dancer second. Third is Captain Cody, and on the run in, it is Romeo Coolio making it a greater treble for Jack Kennedy and Gordon Elliott as Romeo Coolio.
So how does Romeo Coolio fare in the positive stats department? Well, he will be 7 at Cheltenham, will be in the top 3 in the market providing he runs, has won a Grade 1 race, he won the Drinmore here, and has run 4 times over hurdles previously. Moving on to Romeo Coolio's negative stats. He has no wins at Cheltenham out of 2 attempts. Both runs over fences were at 20 furlongs. Seems to lack a change of gear over shorter trips. And Gordon Elliott has never won the Arkle. I had to actually check with the background team for this fact. It's actually true. He's never won the Arkle. Lou Lambert is a fantastic horse. There were some at the start of the season thinking this juvenile, he'll go over fences, but he won't improve much. He was a little bit ring rusty at Exeter, but he improved massively from Exeter to Sandown. He is a player.
Draw away by a couple of lengths. Lulambert, he took a chance there. He stood off a mile. Lulambert landed clear, and he's done it very easily on the landing side now. He's cruising to success in the Betfair Henry VIII Novices Steeplechase. He'll make it 2 out of 2 over fences. Lulambert has won it easily.
So Lou Lambert's positive stats, let's get through them. He has won a Grade 1, he won the Henry VIII Novices Chase. He will run within 51 days of the festival, I'm pretty sure of that. He is rated 153 already, and he has 2 chase wins to his name. Now on to his negative stats. He will only be 5 at Cheltenham. The last horse to win the Arkle as a 5-year-old was Duke de Ginevra. Since 2016, Nicky Henderson has only won the Arkle 3 times, and Lou Lambert has no wins at Cheltenham. Now on to Kopek de Board. Those who watched his special on this channel will understand that I said that I was a little bit concerned about the prospect of him jumping fences. Well, I'm happy to say I was entirely wrong because he jumps fences exceptionally well. There is a theory that some horses just don't like hurdles and see him as a kind of inconvenience, and then when they get to fences they improve dramatically. He is a case in point.
Lovely Hurling is trying to get on terms over on the far side. At the second last, Kopek the Board over, measured at 2 to 3 lengths in front of Lovely Hurling into second, followed by It's Bilbo losing Mudan, but it's Kopek the Board with consummate ease opening up in between the final 2 fences. Kopek the Board, Paul Town, and over the last with an advantage that's growing over Lovely Hurling and up towards the finish. The supreme winner is head and shoulders above them here on Chase Day.
And completing the picture for the Arkle, let's get on to Kopek de Board's positive stats. He has a rating above 153. Previous Cheltenham win came in the Supreme Novices Hurdle. He will have 2 wins going into the Cheltenham Festival. He will appear at the Dublin Racing Festival. William Mullins has won 5 out of the last 10 Arkles, and Kopek de Board will be 6 by the time he gets to Cheltenham. So, turning the plate upside down, what are his negative stats? Well, he can take a keen hold. He showed this at Punchestown, and ultimately it lost him the race. Now, that was at Punchestown at the end of the season, and a lot of horses blow out notoriously at the end of the season at Punchestown. But on his chase debut, the evidence seems to be that he has settled a little bit better for bigger obstacles. So who wins the Arkle for me? Well, in my humble and honest opinion, I think it's going to be Kopek de Board. Now hold on, Lou Lambert and Romeo Coolio supporters. I can hear you screaming at the TV screen. Our horse has got an equal chance. Our horse has got an equal chance. Hold on, I'll explain. Willie Mullins has won 5 out of the last 10 Arkles. He knows what he's doing with a horse. He knows what is needed for an Arkle horse. Now me and the team tried to find other negative stats about Kopek de Board, and we really couldn't find any others apart from the fact that he needs to settle a little bit better in his races. The other 2 horses, Lou Lambert and Romeo Coolio, are really 2.5 milers, despite what Nicky Henderson says. Nicky Henderson has come out a few times this season and said, no, Lou Lambert's definitely a 2-miler. I think it's because he doesn't have another option and he needs a horse for the Arkle. Next year, you're going to see that horse step up massively in trip. He and Romeo Coolio will get outpaced by Kopek de Board round in the final bend. You can guarantee that. So there you are, folks. That is my honest opinion on the Arkle. If you have a different opinion or you'd like to make a comment, put it in the comment section below on this video. Now we realise that this is the last episode of 2025, so we'd like to extend to you Happy New Year's to everyone that has subscribed to this or watched any one of the videos, and we hope you have a brilliant start to 2026. I'm Rodders, this is On The Bridle. Until next time, stay safe.